Ever wonder what it is that makes a marriage work? And not just work, but work for 10, 20, or even 50 years? Well, I want to help you with this today, so stick around. Welcome to my channel, where I share mindful habits to help you be more intentional about connecting with your partner in a meaningful way. My name is Christian Lamb, and I work with couples and individuals to help them improve their most intimate relationship so they can find more joy, peace, and inspiration in their lives. And in today's video, I want to focus on one mindful habit for newlyweds that will make sure you know how to connect with your partner in a meaningful way and stay connected long term. So hit that like button if you're eager to dive in, and consider subscribing to my channel while you're down there as well. So the mindful habit that I want to share with you today is to spend time with your partner intentionally practicing constructive conflict. I often hear from couples that they think something is wrong with their relationship because they feel like they're arguing all the time, or what feels like all the time. However, this often means that you and your partner are just learning how to disagree and how to resolve those disagreements. As newlyweds, it's extremely important to remember that we're not always right and we're not always wrong. So learning to work together to discover what the problem is and what you can do to address it is tremendously important. There are two key ways that we can better ensure that we make our conflicts more constructive. We need to focus on how we listen and how we speak to our partner. Communication. First, we want to make sure that we're listening to our partner in a particular way. That way is actively and empathically. Active empathic listening is typically a way a therapist would listen to you if you were involved in therapy. It's something that we as therapists are taught and something that we train ourselves to do better and better over time. This type of listening is a skill, and skills can be improved with practice. You don't have to be a therapist though to listen in this way. All of our relationships can be improved by using active empathic listening, especially our most intimate relationship with our partner. So we can actively listen by listening with the intention to summarize in our own words what our partner has said. Having this intention to summarize what our partner has said really goes a long way towards creating a mindful state for us, where we will notice more and be more attentive to our partner, their feelings, and their needs. Now, listening empathically is done by focusing on the feelings behind the words. This is just another level of listening, and it can also be fine-tuned the more often that we listen in this way. You may initially not be able to tell the exact emotion or issue that is troubling your partner. However, if you can just notice that your partner is upset, then that is a great place to start. If your partner is upset, then it can be very helpful for you to just start your summary of what they've said with, "I can hear that you're upset." Through doing just this, it can really communicate to our partner that we're hearing them on a deeper level and not just passively listening to the words that are coming out of their mouth. This really isn't an easy thing to do, since quite often your partner is saying to you, "You're doing something that I don't like, and I feel hurt and upset from what you've done." This can be very difficult for us to hear, since we often don't want to take the blame for something, especially if we don't see the big deal. And by the way, definitely not a good idea to use this phrase with your partner. By focusing on just listening though, I've found that it's much easier to step out of our ego that has its identity in ideas and things being a certain way, and step into a mindful state of non-judgmental attention where we can really truly hear our partner and have compassion for them. Even if we are hearing from our partner that we are the problem, it can be super helpful here to nurture the perspective that with every problem that arises, it's you and your partner versus the problem, not you and your partner versus each other. You're looking for a win-win solution here. And this often comes with compromise and dropping our defensiveness so that we can remain open and better able to find creative solutions. So building this mindful habit of active empathic listening just takes you intentionally using this with your partner during times that are not stressful, so that you can more easily learn this skill. I recommend that you and your partner set aside some time each day so that you can practice just listening in this way. This will really help with learning how to focus your attention by focusing on what your partner is saying, as well as how they are saying it through their body language, tone of voice, and overall energy. This can be difficult, so don't get discouraged. It will pay off in a big way. And this is actually stacking mindful habits as well, since you're scheduling time to spend with your partner. And scheduling quality time with our partner is another key habit, especially when life gets busy, when children are in the mix, or when our schedules just don't mesh. So please drop me a comment below if this is resonating with you. Now, of course, there are two sides when we are communicating. So when we are building the mindful habit of having constructive conflict, we must also practice how we speak to our partner about what is bothering us. I love the Gottman method of couples therapy, and they teach the importance of having a soft startup for any disagreement or argument. What this looks like is that you take responsibility for your own emotions and feelings, and you don't blame or criticize your partner for what they've done. This makes it much less likely that your partner will react defensively to protect their ego. It also communicates to your partner that you're interested in a discussion and not the blame game. Again, it is important for you and your partner to schedule time to practice this, so you can do so on a daily basis during times of low stress where emotions are easily managed. Now, the way that you can structure your soft startup is this: I feel blank when you blank because it seems like blank. So for example, I feel frustrated when you leave your clothes scattered on the floor because it seems like you take me for granted because I've asked you to put your clothes in the hamper. And this is a much softer startup than you've left a mess in our room again. How many times do I have to tell you not to leave your clothes on the floor? See the difference? So this mindful habit of practicing constructive conflict is definitely not all it takes to create a mindful and healthy relationship. But it is a solid start to better ensure that you do not lose your connection with your partner. And if you want to dive deeper into what it takes to create that solid mindful connection with your partner, then I'll leave a link in the description below to my free mindfulness toolkit for couples. And if you found value in this video today and you want to learn how you can more mindfully connect with your partner in a meaningful way to find more joy and peace in your relationship, then please consider subscribing to my channel and hit the bell so you can be the first to be notified when I drop a new video every Friday. Building a relationship that stands the test of time doesn't have to be a fairy tale. And when you add this mindful habit to your life, you're more prepared than ever for your happily ever after. Stay awesome, my friends.